Yo, 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 welcome to episode number 1 of Across the Hobby. I am Adam Gray, the Real 27 guy on Instagram, and thank you for joining me for this very first episode of something that I'm really excited about. So the idea of the show is to take a look at all of the significant auctions that are ending this week across all of the hobby, all of the sports cards hobby. I'm not just going to hit basketball cards. I'm going to hit some other things as well. And I'm really excited, like I said, to be able to do that. Every single auction I'm going to look at, or every single show, including this first one, I'm going to look at auctions from Fanatics Collect, Alt, Heritage, Goldin, MC Sports Cards, REA, Leland's, and Card Hobby. So if there is a significant auction that's happening in any of those, I will be looking at them and hopefully doing the whole episode in under an hour, maybe even 45 minutes. The idea is that basically for my content creation, I have to look at all these auctions anyways. If you followed me on my Instagram for a long time, you know that every big auction, I will do a top 10 post that sort of walks you through what items I think are some of the coolest items that are ending that week. And those really are the 10 items that I think are the most interesting to be watching. And so I felt like if I was going to be doing that, I might as well do that in a way that you could watch on a show. I'm not very proficient at StreamYard. I wish I had the Jeremy Lee skills. I do not. So I hope that this goes well. But if it doesn't, maybe this will be the only episode. Hopefully not. So hopefully in the future, this will become also a live episode. It won't just be me recording here, but hopefully you'll be able to add comments and whatever else in the future if that's something that you're interested in. And if not, hopefully this show is fun for you. I have basically no followers on YouTube. YouTube's something I've never done before. And so there's a chance that none of you will even see this anyways. So I should stop being nervous and just get to it. All right. Remember to subscribe, like, leave comments, and let's do this. This week, there are no auctions at Leland's, REA, or at Heritage that are pertinent to this conversation. But we're going to check out all 5 of the others. And we're going to start with MC Sports Cards because their auction actually ends today since it's Monday and they have their big Monday weekly auction that ends every Monday. So we'll start there. Then we'll go to Alt because theirs ends on Thursday, and Goldin, which ends on Saturday, and Fanatics Collect, this ends on Sunday, and then finish up with Card Hobby since theirs is sort of like eBay. It's just happening all the time, and we'll just look at the highest end auctions there. All right, guys, if you're ready, let's go find the screen that I need to share and share it with you guys. Pausing. Hold on. And I already have my first problem. How do I get you to share? How do I get the screen for you? It's not working. Jeremy, where are you? I need you. Here it is. Pressing the wrong button. Okay, share screen and share entire screen and share that one. Okay. All right, cool. So that's that. Oh, now I'm gone. Let's make sure that I'm still on the screen so you can kind of see me. Oh, that's too much of me. Let's do, where did it go? There it is. There's the one. Okay, cool. So like I said, we're going to start with MC Sports Cards. So if you come over to eBay, and if you're on your internet browser, you can actually just type in MC Sports Cards and then go to in eBay stores. And you'll see MC come up right here. And the great thing about doing this on Monday is all we need to do is look at all of the MC items, or you could just click on here, October 28th. You can see all the items right here. This isn't my favorite view, honestly. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to just click on an item, and then I'm going to go down here to, where is it? I want to see MC items. That used to be easier to find than it is right now. Probably just because I'm on with you guys. Well, back to the previous page. We're going to do it this way instead. So this view will work. It's not the one that I wanted, but it's the one that will work. So as we start, the first thing that I'll point out to you guys is that I'm not just doing this for basketball, doing it for everything. And there's really like several significant items that are ending. Oh, but you know what's bad about this one is it also shows the ones that are ending next Monday. And I don't want that. So I'm going to sort by ending soonest. And that'll do a good job for us. Okay. So we start off with 4 cards that are the precious metal gems from Marvel, which I have no interest in, and I'm not going to cover those. And then let's see y'all. And after those, let's see what we have that's interesting. Now, one of them that I'm putting on the thumbnail, if I can figure out how to do that, is this one right here. I'm going to click into it, and then we'll talk about why this one matters. So this is a refractor of Michael Jordan that you probably don't think of when you first think of like playing days Jordan refractors. You probably think of the finest ones. You probably think of the chrome ones. The Holding Court refractor is not one of the main ones that you're going to look at, but it is one of the few that is literally like legitimately from his playing days, and it's not ultra common. But what makes this one so interesting, and they've done a good job of highlighting it first here on the listing, is this Pop 3. This to me is one of the cards of this week that is going to be most interesting to watch, to see what happens with, because what we've seen recently is this like love for these like super low population cards that people are aware of, right? So the one that this makes me think of, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that's thought of this. I just realized my mic is not right next to me, so I'm hoping that that's working appropriately. The 1998 Chrome Previews refractor that we saw end at Heritage maybe like 2.5 months ago now. It was a Pop 2. And I said on my Instagram after it sold for like 160 grand, I said, this actually does make sense to me. And many of my friends who are MJ collectors are like, Adam, you're crazy. That does not make any sense. It's way too much. But the thing that people don't realize is that when you're looking at cards that people know, or that how do I want to say this, that check a lot of different boxes, when you find one of those that's a PSA 10, it's really an interesting card to watch, because like I can tell you, I know there's many Michael Jordan collectors, there's many Michael Jordan refractor collectors, there's many Michael Jordan refractors Bulls collectors, and there are many that like high grade copies. So the fact that there's just 3 of these, and it's in a new holder, it's in the 9s, so it's a new card. This is one that you want to watch, because even if you're not interested, it's fun to watch these ones that are going to sell for a lot of money. It's sitting at $4 grand right now. I might be crazy. I think it's going to sell for way, way more than this. I don't think it's in the same class as the Previews refractor, because that people view, even though it's technically an insert, people view it as the base card. It was an insert in the regular Topps product, and there is no other card that looks like MJ's Chrome base. So I and a lot of other people think of it more as a base card, even though technically it's not. This is a straight up insert refractor, but there's not many that have like this low a population. So one of the cards of the night to watch, absolutely, at $4 grand now, ends tonight, but it'll be interesting to see what it does tonight. All right, let's keep scrolling down here. Love the Steve Nash right here. Not at a ton of money, but right now it's at $356, 8 hours to go. I love it because it's from that 97 year that everybody else loves. And Nash doesn't have cards in all of those 97 sets. He's not in the PMG Championship set. He's not in the EX set. He's in this set, though. And I might be wrong on those other things. I don't think I am, though. I'm pretty sure he's not in EX. He's not in Metal Universe Championship. But he's in this one. You can see that the card's serial number to 100. An 8 is a nice, strong grade on this set. It's a big card. It's only at 356 now. Again, another one that I would guess will probably do bigger things, but I don't really know. I don't follow pricing the way that a lot of people do. And I'm not going to tell you what I think anything's going to sell for specifically, but stuff that I think has a chance to really pop, I like to highlight those. Gotta love the gold refractors. From 97, one of the sort of most underappreciated sets from the era. And check out the color on those, because some of those turn very green, but I am colorblind, and you do not need to hear me tell you what I think of the color, because I'm not an expert at that. Coming out here, this Randy Johnson. I love the select gold mirror stuff. Love them. Very cool. very rare, low pop. I love low pop stuff that doesn't pop up very often. But it's not serial numbered out of 30. It's limited to 30. That may make a difference for you. One of the best Trevor Hoffman cards in the world right there. This Gretzky is just an unbelievably beautiful card. So let's open this one up real quick. And you can see, when you look at this one, you can see that there's holofoil going on in here, right? Let's make this big. You can see the holofoil is going on in here, and you can see some of it's etched. This is one that I promise you when you get in hand, you're going to go, oh. Now, why is it 5 out of 11? I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know that. It's obviously not his jersey number. It says Splendor Red. Not sure why it's out of 11, but the serial number looks like it's out of holofoil. The autograph's beautiful. The patch is fantastic. Everything that you want in a big Gretzky right there. And I love that it's unique. This is not a common shape for a patch, right? You get all 3 colors. Really beautiful. And another one that I knew that I was going to definitely look at today. I love this card. Kobe MJ dual stuff is, oh, I clicked the wrong button on that. Sorry. Kobe MJ dual stuff is just some of my favorite type of stuff in the hobby. And although a lot of people don't like MJ in a Wizards uniform, I love it because this is when they were active playing together, right? Obviously, they had a few games when MJ was on the Bulls, but when MJ was on the Wizards, we had 2 more full seasons. And so this is a wonderful dual patch of these two. And the thing that most people probably don't know as they look at this is 2000 Ultimate didn't have dual patches. And 2001, I don't think did either. They don't come into my mind right away. Maybe they did and they were super rare. But for 02, you got this one here out of 25. And it's just, man, there's a lot of colors going on there, and it's a beautiful card. So that's one to watch tonight. I don't think it'll sell for crazy money because MJ Wizards stuff doesn't sell for crazy money, but it's a very cool card. This Giannis is beautiful. Again, in person with the impeccable in person is awesome because these lines light up because they're holofoil. Scrolling through. There's another PMG champ, David Cohn, PSA 8, really high grade. Look at that mantle, the 5. Let's open this up real quick. See, this is where I love to live with vintage. Like I don't always love the idea that some of the stuff that's like just perfect sells for just crazy amounts of money. But this one in a 5, in a really old holder, a little bit off-centered, left to right, and top and bottom. But it's just a beautiful card. You know, it's not like Mickey Mantle has, people are like, oh, he's got tons of stuff. Stuff that's this high grade and better, he doesn't really have that many. And he only has a certain amount of years that are that important. This is his 7th year, right? His 6th, and it's not his 6th tops card because he doesn't have what years does he not have? He has a 51, he has a 52, he has a 53, he has a 50. Ooh, I get lost in there. He has obviously 57 and 58. And he has a 50. I have to look, but he's missing a couple. So it's like his 4th or his 5th tops card. Very cool card. All right, let's get out of some of these windows. Keep going. The 2018 Kobe Kaboom. Some people believe it's the most iconic Kaboom card in existence. Really cool LeBron autograph. MJ early serial numbered stuff, 97. You know it's serial numbered because it's got this like holofoil area here on the side of the Z-Force. Ortiz PMG. Then we get to those PMGs that we talked about earlier. The Kobe, and a PSA 10, white refractor, pop 14. That's an interesting card. There's a lot of people who are working on like a run of this type of stuff, right? Like refractors of Kobe Bryant. And so seeing this one in a PSA 10, it's like I said, it's the white refractor. Oh, white's out of 249. For some reason, I thought white was out of 199. I'm sure they're right, but just going to confirm. There it is, 249. Of course they're right. Only 14 in a PSA 10. Big Kobe refractor. If you went through all of the Kobe Chrome refractors and asked how many of them have fewer PSA 10s than that, only a few of the regular ones do. Only like a few of the regular refractors. Now, I know this is not a regular refractor. This is the white one. But, Kobe's career, like up until 2010, like you had a chrome refractor every year. And then the last few years he enters the Panini era and he doesn't have one. But you want to put together a really fun run. Just try to get all the Kobe chrome refractors in as high grade as you can from 96 to 2009. It's an awesome project. I love it. All right. Ooh, look at that Wemby. That is a cool looking card. You've got to give it to the Topps Mercury. I know a lot of people don't like it, but look at the card here. That's really pretty. It's really pretty. People are going to look at it and say, hey, it's not licensed. And for sure, that's something to definitely keep in mind. But a low serial number up here on top, 3 of 5. I love the patch window. This autograph's great. Obviously, a lot of them are going to have this long streak in it. I actually kind of like that the long streak goes through the other letters. It's like the pen's still wet is that long line is going through. It's kind of cool. All right, let's keep moving here. Cognizant of time. It'll be interesting to see what the Juwan Howard sells for. I know that there's a couple of people working on that set, I should say. Tiki Barber to 40 on the credentials. Ooh, the Gretzky's fun. I'd like to take more time on this. This is, I believe, his second game-used autograph card. It's not super limited. It's out of, I keep hitting the wrong things. It's out of 99, so not like crazy rare, but you've got a piece of game-worn. It says game-worn authentic. Game-worn authentic. If we look at the back, it'll probably tell us what they are because they were better at that back in those days. Congratulations, you've received a double game jersey trading card personally autographed by Wayne Gretzky. Very cool. And again, from the 90s, like very much early autographed jersey type stuff. I love that stuff. Those are some of my favorite cards. Man, MC's got a lot of stuff this week. So first page we've already flown through. Let's go through the second one. Rare Jordan here that not a lot of people think about, but like a tough one to find. A 9.5 on the Beam Team, which is one of his most popular inserts of all time. Blank slate on LeBron. A really pretty Irving here. Let's look at this one. On-card autograph. What does he write here? 3 times champion. That's an interesting inscription. I like that because that recognizes both his time in the ABA and his time in the NBA. If you're an ABA fan, that's a really cool one. He's got a championship with the Sixers. I think he just has one in the NBA. And then did he win one with the Nets or win 2 with the Nets? I think that's probably it. I have to look that up and make sure I add that to my brain. I should know that one off the top of my head. But yeah, great inscription. A lot of times he puts his autograph up here, and I don't think that's bad either. I like the auto down here, and if you're going to do an inscription, to do it up there. 7.5, newer slab, obviously. It's a great looking card. Pretty well centered, too. None of the weird printing stuff that we sometimes see. It's a great looking Irving. It's not a low pop signature at this point. That's the only thing I'll say. It's not. There's a lot of them out there. It's one of the things that makes me a little bit nervous about those. But if you wanted a really cool Irving, it doesn't get much better than that. Neat Hall of View MJ here. Man, MC's just got a ton of stuff this week, guys. Prism of Kareem is autographed too. Oh, it is. Yeah, that's cool. We got to look at that. Got to look at that. So it's just the Abdul-Jabbar, but you love that it comes over here onto the silvery area. It lets you know it's not just like part of the card because see, actually, this says Kareem Abdul-Jabbar down here. Obviously, this is not a real autograph, and this is. But if you were to miss this, and you might look at that and go, oh, is that just part of the card? But that little line off to the side tells you, no, that's like Kareem signed this. Man, that's cool. That's a cool piece. All right, keep going. Caitlin. Man, Caitlin stuff's on fire. $3,500 at this point for an Origins out of 10. Is that on card? It's not. Sticker. Everything they've done so far is sticker. We're all just waiting for Prism, I think. I shouldn't say we're all waiting for Prism. A lot of people are going crazy for this stuff. But a lot of the big collectors are really interested in waiting for Prism. I'm interested in buying a big Caitlin Clark card. Yeah, she has the chance to really change the world. All right, we'll get out of this. And I love this year of Ultimate Collection on this Crosby. Number 299. Beautiful rookie card. Great looking autograph. One of the best autographs in pro sports for sure. The thing I love about this Russell, I say it every time I see it or I see the Irving, is there's only a few cards in this set where they aren't numbered to 100. This Bill Russell right here is numbered to 75. Great looking 2-color patch. His autograph is unmatched, just gorgeous. Great color on it. Aesthetically, the nicest autograph patch number out of 100 ever. Like this set. I owned a LeBron for a long time. I thought about putting together the big three of LeBron, Kobe, and MJ. It's one of the most beautiful sets ever made, for sure. Wow, look at this. Hal Greer. Big autograph on that. Moses autograph rookie. Nice looking Russell and a 3. These are so pretty in hand. These Contenders optic cards. Just a gorgeous card in hand. Jay-Z Gold. That's interesting. MJ Exquisite Auto. More Wemby Mercury stuff. MJ Stadium Club One of a Kind. That's from 97. Don't see that one sell very often. That is a big card. Interesting to see it sell in the raw review holder there. That might be a good flip opportunity for somebody. Scrolling down, and that's it. That is the end of MC Monday's stuff. Definitely took longer on that than I wanted to. 20 minutes in, definitely too long on that, but just a great auction, and MC does a lot of great stuff, so definitely check those out. And tonight. All right, now let's come to Alt. Remember, Alt's auctions end Thursday, and when we come into Alt, we click auctions, pops up like this, and then if we hit, where was it? I saw it earlier. If you hit filter, you can look at the ones that are ending like at a given time. So this is interesting. So Alt's auctions, because they always end on Thursday, and this Thursday is Halloween, may create an opportunity for you. What do I mean by that? Well, people have patterns. They have like times that they look at things, right? And a lot of people wait till Thursday, usually to look at auctions. Well, some of those people aren't going to sort of foresee that they are going to be doing something Thursday night that's not related to cards. They're going to be out with their kids. They're going to be handing out candy. They're not going to be able to do that. So, this is one of these to sort of to look out for, because some stuff might sell lower than it normally would. So again, I'm not going to filter out anything, but we're not going to look at the Pokemon. Let's start here. So this Jordan is interesting. A few things. Number one, I really, really wish that Beckett would have slabbed this the other way, because his autograph's upside down from where the here, let me switch screens here. From where the slab is. So the autograph and the slab don't face the right direction. That sort of bugs me. Having said that, it costs you like $10 at a show or something to get it reslabbed, and it's not a big deal. The other thing that you'll notice is that the autograph goes off the side of the card here. Super normal. Happen on many of these. A lot of them come off the end here. Fewer of them go off the end here, and it's not good. It is something sort of that stands out, and you go, I wish it wasn't like that. And for sure, I wish it wasn't like that either. But again, it creates a buying opportunity. Most people who want to get an 03 exquisite autograph patch of Michael Jordan don't have the ability to do that. This one's going to sell for less than one with this sort of patch quality than it normally would. It's going to sell for less because of this little break right here. So I think that's one to watch for sure, especially if you really want the card but don't want to spend what it normally would sell for. What are the subs on this MJ? It looks like 9595959. So that's a min gen copy. This Anthony Edwards is a huge card. I'm telling you, aesthetically, the Contenders Cracked Ice are some of the nicest cards in existence. His autograph is often a little bit too far to the left. I think this one looks pretty good. In fact, let's click on it, make it big here. So yeah, the autograph looks like it should. Everything looks like it should. And then you get the 2 10s, right? The card is graded a 10. The autograph is graded a 10. That's a great looking Anthony Edwards card. All right. Wemby Black. Now, this is the Black Disco. And it's been graded a PSA 10, which to some people really matters. To me, it doesn't matter so much because it was already a 1 of 1 in the first place. But as I look at this card, this is where my mind goes. Okay. So it's number 121. It's not a super high number in the set. I know that everybody knows Prism. Everybody knows how Prism's base set works. I don't know at this point how Select's how their base set works. I have no idea. What I know is that the fewer number of cards that he has in the base set, the cooler it is. Like if Wemby only has 1 base card in Select, and I don't know off the top of my head if he does, you have to check the checklist. then this is really cool. Even though it's not the quote unquote true black, it's the black disco. It is really cool that if he only has 1 or 2 base cards in the base set, and the fewer number of base cards he has, the better. Notice the rookie shield right here. Obviously, like I said, a lot of people care that it's a PSA 10. It is a 1 of 1, and there may be people putting together the rainbow, which changes how people think about that. Ooh, big Paolo here. Wow. This is a really interesting auction for Paolo Banchero, guys. This is a really, really interesting auction for Paolo Banchero. And I'll tell you why. 2 of his best cards in existence are both ending this auction. You've got this one, the Prism Gold with the rookie shield right here. It's a 9. It's not perfect. It's got the NBA sticker. This is one of his best cards in existence. And I don't think of it yet as like iconic because Paolo's not somebody who's been in the limelight. He's somebody who's highly sort of looked at, prospected right now. I shouldn't use the word prospected though, because the dude is a star. Like, led his team to almost the second round last year. Really good first round showing. And last year was just his second year in the league, right? Like, this is a huge card. There's only 10 of them. What is this ad? The card is already at 16,000. And at the same time, in a 10, so higher grade, is the other sort of big card that's numbered to 10. If you were to say, hey, Adam, which cards numbered to 10 are the biggest cards for the rookies each year? I would say the RPA out of NT. I would say the Gold Prism. I'd say the Gold Prism before I'd say the NT RPA. And then I'd say the Kaboom Gold at this point. Those would be the 3 that I would say. There's a lot. I've never even owned a Kaboom card. It's not my thing. But a lot of people love Kaboom. Like, love it. So the fact that this is a 10 on that card, it's really pretty cool. Both of those at the same time is really interesting. For me, give me the 9 on the Prism all day long, 100%. But it'll be interesting to see what the ratio is on both of those. Really nice SGA out of 15 here. This is, you can see 2018. So this is rookie year. The bad thing, like his Prism, is that it doesn't have the rookie shield on it, which is sort of a bummer. But that's a game-used RPA. It's a game-used jersey, autographed, serial number to 15. It's a really cool card. All righty. Really cool MJ Kobe dual autograph with really blue signatures. And MJ, I love the holofoil on this. This is one of the autograph patch sets that people don't ever talk about, because by 2006, it was clear that they were going all in on Exquisite, and Ultimate sort of got left in the dust a little bit. But there is a patch there. It is nice. I can't tell if that's red or black on the bottom. Sorry, I'm colorblind. I know I've told you guys that. This is either 2-color or 3-color, but 3 layers regardless. A beautiful autograph. Autograph can't look much better than that. And then, but the thing that I love, the holofoil throughout this card, I've seen a couple of these in person. It's a beautiful card. And I don't mind that it's not a big patch. I don't think that bottom is red. I think it's black. But it's also serial numbered low, right? What is it numbered out of? I can't really see on this screen. Maybe it's not serial numbered. Am I missing something? It doesn't say it in the listing. It is an autograph patches. Upper Deck always numbered their stuff on the front. I can't tell if it's numbered. I think it is, though. Is it up here? It's right there, right? It's numbered at is it 25 or 10? My eyes are not good anymore, guys. I need to get glasses. It's numbered there in the top left-hand corner. Somebody look that up. It is sitting at 10 grand right now. Ooh, LeBron. Oh, man. So that's, I know I went gaga for the Banchero. I love this LeBron. I love it. I'll tell you why I love it. So many of these autographs have really darkened. That one looks just like you want it to. But the reason I really love the card is that it's that old autograph. All right. This is the autograph design that he used on the card that's numbered out of 99. The only difference is the card that's numbered out of 99 is worth like a ton of money, and this one's worth less because it's not from the base set. And if you turn around and you look at this, it says an authentic piece of patch from a jersey worn by LeBron James in an NBA game. Like, it's game used where the RPA isn't game used, the one out of the base set. So it is absolutely a huge card. If you hear my wife talking in the background, don't mind. She's working. All right. So Patrick Mahomes, pink prism. Gosh, that's pretty. PSA 10. I don't think those are numbered, are they? I don't think pink is numbered, but that's a big Mahomes. Find out on the back. Yeah, not numbered, but just a great looking card. This LeBron is so far the card of the auction. That one and this Banchero. Those are the two that I'm sort of watching and interested to see. Although, look, there's another Banchero to 99. Man, somebody's like, so I think somebody's selling all their Banchero stuff. There's some big cards here that are selling. 10-10 from BGS on the Crosby. Really pretty Brock Purdy. Now, the thing about flawless in football, I talked to somebody about this on Jeremy's show, the Premier Auction show. Sometimes flawless in football isn't game used. In basketball, I think every basketball flawless card is. But this one says enclosed autograph memorabilia is not from a specific game or event. I'm so bugged that Panini did that because in basketball, they've always been game used. I think it hurts the brand that they did that. Shouldn't have done that. With that said, this card is beautiful. That autograph is beautiful. The patch window is beautiful. It is really cool. And it's great at Gem 10. Now for what might be my favorite card of the auction in terms of if I was buying it, not because anybody likes Spectra, because people don't love Spectra, but because an autograph patch, Kobe Bryant, that's 1 of 1 is just a really cool thing. And people don't like this like checkerboard thing, but like I think it's fine. The patch is great. You can see the 1 of 1 here on the back. So people don't like buying a brand that they don't feel like is popular, but like how many Kobe Bryant autograph patch 1 of 1s do you see that are going to sell for what this one sells for? Now, I suspect it'll sell for quite a bit more than this, but it's not going to sell for what it would sell for if it was exquisite or if it was national treasures. You know, those cards are just crazy value, but it's the same patch, the same autograph. It's a great card. Wow. Brandon Miller golds too. Man, Alt's got some big cards in this week, guys. Brandon Miller, huge season, huge end of season, really impressive in the preseason. And so I don't know. I was gonna say early this year. I don't know what he's done early this year so far, but people are hyped about the Hornets. Will LaMelo be healthy? Or wait, LaMelo. That's right. Nice Jordan Love. Cool Wemby's. What is this one? Zebra, Tiger Prism, a Giannis 10 silver. Wow. So one thing that I would advise on this, and this is one of the things that I really like about Alt. You click on Alt, you see the population stuff right there. Love that. Everybody should do what Alt does with this. Everybody should. It's awesome. Go compare these numbers to everything 2016 and forward. Like, people have forgotten how rare that Giannis is. I know he's not everybody's favorite right now. I know that the Bucks have felt like they're on a downswing the last couple of years, and I know there's concerns about like what will happen with his future. He already won a championship. That is his iconic card. And there's only 85 of them. It's awesome. Okay, we're going to just go through a few more because I am taking way too long. Keontae, man, if you're going to buy one Keontae card, there it is. The 1 of 10. Gosh, the first one too. I'm a huge Jazz fan. I'm nervous about Keontae, though. His shooting so far this year has been dreadful. He's got a ton of talent, though. Like a ton of talent. And that's his Prism Gold rookie card. That is the Keontae card. As far as like big name rookies, man, Alt this week is just unbelievable. Okay, we got to look at this. We got to look at this Rice real quick. So Shield autograph. My guess is it's not going to say it's game used, though, on the back. My guess is you can see the 1 of 1 here. on the back, the enclosed player-worn material and autograph are guaranteed. Okay, so he wore it. We don't know if he wore it in a game. That's my understanding of what player-worn means. My guess is that this is in a holofoil, and this is up here to the silhouettes and the preferred Panini piece. His autograph here, some people are going to say, oh, I don't like it. It goes off card. I do not care. That is gorgeous. But Adam, it's not in blue. We wish it was in blue. Yeah, I wish it was in blue too. I don't really care though. Like, that is gorgeous. Takes almost the entire length of the card. The shield, it is player worn. Man, that's going to be a fun card to watch. So watch that auction for sure. Man, this is a huge auction for Alt. Okay, we're gonna stop there. We've gotten down into the hundreds. Really a nice Tiger autograph right there too. I say we're gonna stop there. I just want to keep going though. I saw my boy Jeff did a cool video on this. The LeBron gold Topps pristine. Which one is it? There's 3 different cards. There's the rare. It doesn't really matter because the golds are all the same number, but there's 3 different versions. And I don't know if you can tell based on looking at it here. I should know off the top of my head. I don't. The reason that pristine doesn't suffer nearly as much as like chrome and finest and stuff, one reason is brand, but the other reason is like true rarity. So there are 3 LeBron gold refractors numbered to 99. This is one of them. And some people will be like, oh, then I don't want it. Well, okay, that's fine. That can be your take. But I kind of feel like if you are looking for a gold LeBron rookie, we're going to see one here in a little bit that's up at Goldin ending this week. That's going to sell for well into the 6 figures as a BGS 9. It's all about your price point. You may look at this and go, that's my chance at the card. And honestly, at different times, I've sort of felt like that might be my best way to get a LeBron gold rookie. I just don't have a LeBron gold rookie. I would love one. I also think it'd be really cool to put together the 3 variations of this, because as time goes by and people are more like, oh, I want to know what all the LeBron rookies are, and that time may come. It may not, but let's say that it does. I can imagine a world where people want to put together all 3 of them in the same place. All right, let's move on. So that is Alt. There's a ton more items. Like you see 1,934. There's so many items, right? We can't go through all of them, but there's a bunch of them, and we're already 37 minutes in, and we need to do 3 more places. And yeah, so browse all. So weekly auctions. There's weekly, there's elite. Let's click on elite for Goldin. Let's click on elite auctions. And then when we do that, we can see some things are ending in 3 days and in 5 days. And there's all of these things. So I wonder, okay, so there's this weekly auction. There's this elite auction. There's this Batman one. We don't need to highlight that one. There's the Goldin 100 part 1, but that's not ending for a little bit. So I'm going to unclick that, uncheck that. And then I'm going to, and then I'm going to do, oh, never mind. I didn't think it was going to refresh, and then it did. So some things are ending in 3 days, and some things are ending in 5 days. So since I'm doing it for all this week, I'm just going to hit highest priced and hit, some of the things that are ending over the course of this week, and try to hit some of the main ones. So Pete Rose, Giamatti, Faye Vincent signed office of the commissioner, betting on baseball banishment agreement. Wow, we got to look at that. So what is this? August 23rd, 1989. Click on this. This document contains the entire agreement of the parties and represents the entire resolution of the matter of Pete Edward Rose before the commissioner, agreed to and received this 23rd day of August, 1989. And then this is like the legal letter that sort of says this is how we're going to move forward. I don't know if Rose's autograph is on this. I saw some autographs there at the beginning. There's Rose's autograph. I didn't see Rose in the beginning. Okay. On August 23rd, 1989, I signed an agreement with Major League Baseball. The contract was sent from their offices, and it was returned to me countersigned by Bart Giamatti and Faye Vincent. Also attached was the fully executed agreement I received back from Major League Baseball. Pete Rose. It'd be really interesting to go through this and try to understand everything that's going on. Oh, look, this first autograph is actually Pete Rose. It just didn't stand out to me because he's signing his whole name. It's pretty cool. We don't have time right now to look through the whole thing, but like, this is a legit piece of history. And, I'm more focused on cards than I am on like the memorabilia side of things, but like, that's one that's worth looking at. It ends in 5 days. Okay, and now we have certainly one of the cards of the night, or of the week. I just clicked on it rather than. I wonder if I can undo that. Okay, it's going to take a second to actually click on it, but the question that has been asked over the course of the last few years that I think is interesting is LeBron James has 2 really ultra big rookie cards. And they are the exquisite rookie out of 99 and the gold out of 50. And if you ask somebody, which one's your favorite, like, you might get different answers. And I don't think either one's right or wrong. I think you can answer however you want to. But the gold, the shiny one, the gold refractor, it's the 50. There are, especially if you look at, like, if you combine the out of 99 with the out of 23 in the exquisites, there's almost twice as many exquisite RPAs as there are LeBron James gold chrome refractor rookie cards. This one's number 17 out of 50. The rookies were out of 50. The veterans were out of 99. A 9 is a strong grade. As soon as you look at it, you go, oh, that's a little off center. And so if we look at the subgrades, centering's an 8.5. And then you've got 9.5 on corners and 9s on surface and edges. Like, it's a nice example of the card. But rather than talk about too much the technical parts about what makes the card awesome, like, I would just say people generally fall into 2 different camps on rookie cards: the RPA or the best shiny card. And that's what you have to look at here. Is like, what would you rather have? His most iconic shiny one. And remember, this is a year where he didn't have a superfractor. This is the rarest version of the card. Would you rather have that, or would you rather have the RPA? And it's a good question. And I'm not going to tell you what the right answer is. I'm just going to tell you that that's something that people debate. And $123,000. Remember, Goldin has the 22% buyer's premium. So that equals $150,000 is what it's at right now. And if we get out of it, we'll see it ends in 5 days. So it ends Saturday. Awesome. Okay. So I'm flying through here real quick. Shohei Orange in a black label, obviously just hot as fire right now. Has had some crazy sales lately. That'll be a fun one to watch because the orange is tough, right? Isn't the orange is at a 25, I believe, right? Let's check that in just a second. So it is thinking. While it's thinking, I'll come down here. Ooh, the Dimitri Young Ricky Henderson. So this is the card that was previously owned by Dimitri Young. His slabs all say that on the slabs. The most difficult of all the 100 most graded cards in the history of the hobby, Ricky Henderson is the one that is the toughest PSA 10. I haven't checked that in a little while, but I believe that's still true. So if we come into here, let's just double make sure. Yep, 8 of 25, black label, 10 autograph, 10 card grade. Wow. Yeah, that's huge. 51 home run from Shohei. Obviously, that's a huge item. We saw the 50th one sell for many multiples of what this one will sell for. But it's neat that he hit one more. And it's interesting. It's like, what do you want? The one that was like the last home run ball, or the one where he got to the specific number? And I know that he has the steals that's attached to that too. So it makes sense that it would be the 50 home run, 50 steals. But this one's going to get a lot less recognition and sell for a lot less money. The Mahomes RPA, remember as I was talking about earlier, that flawless football is not always game used. I don't remember on this one. I have to talk to you about this LeBron James because it is a huge card. And oh, wow, the Jerry Rice PSA 10 as well. This is another one of the top 3 most graded cards that are impossible to find in PSA 10. You don't see that one very often at all. Okay, let's go take a closer look at this. Now, there's 2 of these up at least. This one's a PSA 10, 2-color patch, numbered out of 20. His autograph is flawless. Card's graded at 10. If you look at the back, you will see the enclosed player worn material and autograph are guaranteed by Panini America. So this one is player worn. It does not say game worn. We do not know if it was used in a game, but at least it's player worn. Whereas some of the patches out of flawless in years after this are just not associated with the player necessarily. And this is one of what I think is one of the most interesting items of the whole week. And really like one of the most interesting items that you're just going to see sell, period. So I did a reel for Goldin actually a couple of months ago now when the LeBron 04 Ultimate Logoman autograph sold. And when I did it, I thought like the thing that blew me away was that LeBron only had 6, I believe it was 6, standalone Logoman autographs ever made. And you'd say, well, how do you know ever made? Well, he only signed Logoman cards, single Logoman cards in Ultimate Collection. And then I was only able to find one more before the end of the Upper Deck days. And that was in Hot Prospects, which at that point had become an Upper Deck brand. Upper Deck Hot Prospects was traditionally like a Hoops or a Skybox or a Fleer brand. But at some point, Upper Deck acquired them. And so there were 6 total. They were at Ultimate Collection. 2 of them, the first 2 were at Ultimate Collection from his rookie year. The one that sold for like almost $900,000 was, I think it was like $900,000. It was 04 Ultimate, which is a beautiful card. And then there was 05 Ultimate that has a little bit of a darker autograph at this point. It's seen a little bit too much light, but it's still one of his best cards in existence. And then I think there was one more. So there was 6 or 7 total. What that did not account for, because that was just standalone autographs, it did not account for duels like this one. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't suspect that this card will get anywhere close to the 900 and something thousand or almost 900,000 that standalone one did, even though people generally prefer Exquisite. And the reason why is this guy. It is Larry Hughes. People want LeBron by himself or with MJ or with Kobe. Although it seems like there's increasingly Kobe people don't like LeBron people and LeBron people don't like Kobe people. So I'm not sure how that works. I think that would be a really cool combination that I would love to own, especially in the long term. Outside of those 2 guys, anything else is not really accretive to LeBron on a dual Logoman autograph, in my humble opinion, and certainly not the great Larry Hughes. Now, on the other side of things, this is definitely the best Larry Hughes card in existence. Let me be clear, I'm not poo-pooing this card. I like this card a lot. I like it a lot because it gives people a chance. I always say this, gives people a chance to get a LeBron Logoman auto that normally wouldn't. I think that's awesome. And for that reason, it's definitely one of the items, maybe the item of the week to watch. It's going to be a really interesting close to this auction, and it's neat to see it. All right, let us come back here. We're going to spend just a couple more minutes with Goldin because I got to fly through the others. Oh, wow, the Brunson Nebula. Got to text my friend Ross about this one. This is a huge card. This is one of the best Jalen Brunson cards in existence. I know the Knicks haven't started off on fire, but like the love that this guy has in New York is unlike anybody we've seen really since Ewing. People might say, oh, Jeremy Lin. Jeremy Lin's run was great, but it was only for a second. And Carmelo never had the run in the playoffs that Jalen Brunson did last year. Jeremy and Jalen are getting me confused, but you got to love that old haircut. You've got to love how good Brunson's made himself in the NBA, being the sort of diminutive point guard that he is. You make the case that he's one of the best 5 to 10 players in the game. And I know that sounds crazy, but look what he did last year. This is a huge card. That is a huge, huge card. All right, let's come back here. Ooh, Ja, 8 of 10. True Gold Prism rookie. And the other card that I just had to highlight without question. Gosh, there's so many things in this auction. This is a huge auction. This Victor Wembanyama, let me click on it. Oh, I didn't right-click that. Oops, that'll take me a second. So everybody's all like, oh, there's way too many Wemby cards. This is how, okay. There are not way too many licensed Wemby cards. They're not. When you think of licensed Wembys right now, you think of Prism. I don't know what you think of next. Maybe you should think of Optic next. And if you're going to think of Optic next, then I think there's a lot of us that believe that this is the best Wemby Optic card in existence. Optic, after they started down the path of doing the gold vinyl, or what looks like the old Superfractor, they started doing the black Prism cards too. So there's like a black Optic and there's like a gold vinyl Optic. And you know, some people might say that the gold or that the black is better because black is the thing in Prism. And that might be true. I don't know how they sell, how different they sell, but I don't think so. I personally think that the gold vinyl feels like, maybe I'm wrong here, maybe it's just me. I feel like the gold vinyl is like the thing in Optic. It's like the parallel in Optic that's most interesting. And so yeah, I love this card. It's a really cool card. Wemby's Prism, some of Wemby's Prism stuff is so expensive, it's tough to stomach. Depending on what this one sells for, it's more interesting to me. I would just generally say though, like I like Optic more than any other shiny brand, but Prism, I've maintained this forever. And I generally like the gold vinyl more than any other parallel. The black probably being second because it's also a 1 of 1 and it has that connection to Prism. I love the rated rookie little logo down here in the bottom left. Let's turn it around so we can see that nice big 1 of 1 on the top, and you can see there that it's the base card right there. You can see the Prism logo right there, even though it's an Optic card. It's got a lot going for it. I like that card a lot. All right, let's come back here. And we have to check a few more. The Alifa Bolage, 4.5. Ooh, that's a big card. Don't see the Alifa Bolage move hardly at all because it's so rare, but especially in a 4.5, that's a big card. 7 on the Jackie 52. Lewis Hamilton, 1 of 5. This is the Sapphire edition, one of the rarer parallels of that card. And then a personal favorite, the Jordan 97 game jersey. I have this card. Mine's just in an SGC authentic holder. It's got some damage on the card. Probably wouldn't grade higher than like a 3 or a 4. And so they just put it in an authentic holder. But this is a really high grade copy of this card. We already looked at the Wemby. We already looked at that one. We already looked at that one and that one. And the Jordan jersey is still pulling up. We'll take a look at that one in a second. I really do have to jump though. Ooh, MJ sign of the times. Nice one. Oh, why did that weird thing come up there? That's annoying. I don't know why this little menu came up that's now not going away. We're going to take that as our sign to leave. But before we do, let's see if this one's popped up yet. It has not. So the 97 game jersey. Oh, it went away. Nice. The 97 game jersey of Michael Jordan is always interesting when it pops up. It used to be not the most expensive card. It's sort of like all the inserts rose in value and the jersey sort of sat behind. But that never made sense to me at all. Like it's not as rare as like a Slam Bams. It's not as rare as like a Starquest Gold or a Playmakers Theater, or obviously like Gold Fusion. but it is not common either. And it's the very first NBA game jerseys. And people were like, oh, he's not in a Bulls uniform. Like, I don't care. This was the dream card growing up. And in an 8, that is a huge, huge card. All right, we're moving on from Goldin. Goldin auctions ending this week and then on Saturday. So some of those were on Thursday, or some of those were on, what is that, Wednesday? It said 3 days from now. That's Thursday, right? So maybe 2 different auction houses have things ending on Halloween, Goldin and Alt. All right. We're going to finish Goldin now. We're going to go to Fanatics Collect. Fanatics Collect does not have their premiere happening right now. The premiere is in a couple of weeks. But right now, I want to look at the weekly with you guys. The weekly for the premiere every week has a ton of stuff, a ton. And I feel bad because I've already spent so much time on the others, but we got to spend at least a few minutes. This Jordan right here is one of my favorite Jordan parallels in existence. This one's graded an 8. It was recently graded in the 1.7s. I believe that was graded like in the last couple of months. Let's see. So I always say this card in person is one of the prettiest 90s cards ever. And most of us can't afford a legacy, which is by far nicer looking than the regular version is. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. The blue on this is really a striking, nice thing. It's a nicer looking card. But if you can't afford this nicer version, just grab, and it's not cheap either, but just grab the other one. The other thing I say is, and this really stands out, it doesn't as much when it's in a slab because you can't hold the card, but the back on this is like really like a soft cardboard. It's really like a different feel. The front's like ultra glossy and thick. It's not chromy at all. It's like a glossy front. And people say, oh, this looks like white sparkle. It does, but it's like, it was made like 20 years before the first white sparkles. I don't like saying that. Like, I like saying white sparkle looks like this. Like this came first. And again, this is the first year of Showcase Legacy or Showcase Legacy Parallels. Numbered out of 150. So it's not the rarest, but it's also really pretty rare. And there are 3 rows. There's rows 0, 1, and 2. This is the best one by far of the 3. Best looking, feels the best in hand. It's the one that's most sought after. It's the one that's priced the highest. It's a huge Jordan card, and it's easily one of my favorite Jordan cards of the week. Griffey Bowman Tiffany in a 10. Those don't pop up often. That's always big to see. Another big Brunson in a 9.5. Pop 1 of 1. Ooh, this is the gold at a 10. That's a big, big card. Don't often see Allen and Ginter stuff. Cap Anson rookie. Wow, a 4. Might need to make a reel on that card this week. I don't know a lot about that one. I know who Cap Anson is. I know 1888 PSA 4. Like, that's a big card. So that ends in 6 days. Oh, what I didn't check is, did I just get the right auction? I might be showing, since I'm showing you this on Monday, this is just for this week. Later in this week, 2 auctions with Fanatics Collect will be happening simultaneously, and then I would need to use the filter and make sure that I was only on the right weekly auction. But weekly auction 147 is not up yet, so this is going to default to just this one auction. All right, really pretty LaMelo here. A lot of stuff going on that game used RPA. Again, it's basketball. It's game used. Basketball and flawless is game used. It's not always in football. And again, Panini should not have done that, but they did. So it's something that you have to remember. Ooh, what is this slab on this Jason Tatum here? Looks like a really different looking slab. CGC Authentic. Huh. I'm not. Oh, this is the thing that they're doing now for. So this isn't actually in a slab. Sorry, I'm like learning on the fly here. This is not in a slab. It does look like it's in a slab though, doesn't it? I need to do more research here because this thing looks to me like it's in some sort of slab. Maybe this is like their equivalent of like a raw review. I thought maybe this is something that they were doing now for Fanatics Collect. See like this thing right here, how this wraps around it. Like this doesn't feel like a permanent solution to me. This feels temporary. Kind of like we see the NBA stuff that NBA was doing for Fanatics Collect. And you'll have to forgive me, I'm not familiar with that exactly. But what I do know is that the card is game used. And I'm going to keep saying that until people listen to me. The enclosed game worn materials, right? It's game used from 2017, which is Tatum's rookie year. It does not say rookie on the front. You wish that it did, but I don't think they ever did that with the star swatches. At least early on, they didn't. Some people aren't going to like the red, but that's fine. It's numbered to 15, and so it's not like there's a lot to choose from here. And it's the biggest of the patches on those flawless RPA. That's a really cool card. I like that one a lot. Gotta love the Shaq. Everybody loves the gold Ultra Stars. Really pretty Jackie Robinson in a 7. It looks like an old holder. An old holder. I left clicked. Oops. Really old holder. Is it one of those with the hologram? Yep. PSA. I love old holders, guys, because I fear I just don't know how to tell if something's been altered. And I sort of wonder sometimes on some of the newer holders who does know how to tell if it's been altered. Like I want to see a little bit of edge and corner wear. Like that is a beautiful copy. But what I know definitively is that card was graded forever ago and it hasn't been touched by human hands in that time. And to me, that is a really cool thing. This is a really cool thing. All right, I'm going to click back here, and then I'm going to remember to right-click from now on, and we're already at an hour. Guys, I am the worst. I got to do at least a second page for Fanatics Collect. I can't just do just the top page. Let's fly through another one, and then we'll look at Card Hobby real fast. Carmelo to 99. A lot of his autographs don't stay on card. That one does. Pee Wee Reese, play ball. Don't see that one every day. Love the color. One of the earlier color play balls. Some of the earlier play balls are in black and white, if I'm not mistaken. PSA 10 on this Kobe. That's a pop 10. Old slab. I love that card. The Superstar is actually in a black felt. This is a parallel of an insert. People don't realize it, but there's 3 levels to it. Kobe autograph right here is beautiful. Pop 9. Pop 9. Interesting. When you see a population on an autograph card that's also a PSA DNA, this is something most of you probably know, but those of you who don't, this is pretty interesting stuff. So PSA 9, 10 auto. And it says pop 1 of 9. This could mean a couple of different things. And I don't, it says PSA DNA population 1 of 9, which means that I believe that this card has been graded PSA DNA 9 times in this grade. Irrespective of the autograph grade, it has been graded 9 times as a PSA DNA card. Now, what's funky about that is you cannot sort this card by auto grade. So you don't know if 9 of them are auto 10s or auto 5s. You don't know. The other thing that's funky is you can't, this I believe is just accounting for cards where it's been graded by PSA DNA. That's different than cards that have been graded just by PSA. So there could be another 50 PSA 9s of this card where it's not PSA DNA. It's just PSA. Does that make sense? So there's a lot of cards out there before PSA DNA or even still that they didn't have the autograph graded. They just had the card graded. And in those cases, there's a totally different population. So if you look at the population report, there's like the first tab. And then if you look at the second tab, which is PSA DNA, this is something that can happen. So I believe this is saying that 9 of these have been graded PSA 9 mint with an auto grade by PSA DNA, and that it's not including the other PSA cards. But I could be wrong about that. Maybe Fanatics Collect is combining those two things. I generally think we should combine them. I also think, and it's something that I've talked to PSA's leadership about, I know that it's problematic to have like another sort of like dimension in terms of their database so that like you can sort by autograph grade, but you can't currently. And so like, I think that would be really cool to be able to sort by that autograph grade, but you can't right now. So Anyway, I got super nerdy there for a second. Forgive me for that. So this is a really cool one to look at. Let's look at it real quick. You have to be a real sicko to be able to try to look at this and see whether it's members only. But we're going to be sickos here. So, so if you scroll in, I'm not sure it's going to let us scroll in far enough. I believe that's it right there. There's a stamp on the members onlys that you most of the time cannot see. I believe it's right there. I'm not 100% though. I could be wrong. Oh, no, it's right here. You can kind of see it just a little bit. See that little bit of emboss right there? When you get that in hand, you will see members only. You can almost not see it, but it's there. And a lot of times these are mislabeled, especially where this one's an older one. You got to double make sure that that really is the members only, especially if you're trying to put together a members only set. If you're trying to put together a regular set, you're out of luck because this is a members only copy. Yeah, that's cool though. That was really cool. All right. I need to close some of those windows. Anthony Edwards, Panini Contenders, gold vinyl, 1/1. Might not be a brand that people love, but very cool. Very cool piece there. Pele from 65, one of his older cards, or one of his sort of more recent cards. Giannis Immaculate. A lot of people love that design. I love how cheap Giannis is right now. If I wanted to buy a big Giannis card, now would be the time. LeBron in his 2005 Topps Chrome Gold Refractor. A little bit more plentiful than the one that we looked at earlier. This out of 50. This one's out of 99. And not nearly as pricey as the 04. I think people generally don't like this as much. But what I will tell you is it is still a LeBron Gold Chrome Refractor. And it is still BGS 95. And there are not a lot of those. A Yu-Gi-Oh card, an old Pele card. A really cool linchpins. Here, let me show you guys one quick thing on this one. While that pulls up. Ooh, look at that Aaron. I love the Aaron. Love it. I love it. I love it. All right, we're gonna look at both those, and then we're gonna call this a day and go to Card Hobby. So there are some of these that are floating around out here that do not have the linchpin holes in them. The little black holes that are in the card, or little black, are actually like holes that have been cut out of the card. Really a different looking piece. So you can actually see it when you flip it around too. See all these right here? Those are the linchpins. It's a tough insert. I think it's 1 in 360. Should have occasion cardboard poster up to look at that real quick, but I believe it's 360. It's a great card. BGS 95. Can't be super high pop. I actually gemmed a Jordan on that once upon a time. Great card. All right. Hank Aaron, 8.5 SGC, 1955 Topps. I love 55 Topps. I like 55 Topps more than 56 Topps. People always talk about those two things. I think 55 Topps is the nicest of all of the vintage baseball cards because I love that gradient that goes from a darker hue or like a more solid hue to a lighter hue here. You can still see the centering because it just stops just short right there before it disappears. I love it when card companies take chances, and they did a good job here. All right, Fanatics Collect. I spent more time than I meant to, but there we go. And lastly, Card Hobby. If we come into here and we click on the all sports, and then sports, basketball, and then sort by, take a second to load. After it loads, we're going to sort by price. And then we're just going to look at like the first couple of pages real quick, and then we'll call it a day. And then I'll get better at this and try to keep it to an hour. It's going slow. It's probably going slow because of me, honestly. Oh, that didn't work. Why isn't it going? When I say it's probably going slow because of me, it's because I've got too much stuff open. And whenever you're streaming, it can get slow. So I'm going to close these extra windows. See if that makes it better. Come on, Card Hobby. You know what? We wanted to keep it to an hour. I have never seen Card Hobby do this. Like I said, it might be on my side But make sure to check out the card hobby auctions ending this week. They're all at different times. They're not at like a specific event. And let me do this. And I'd love to hear you guys. I would love to hear your feedback on this episode. Like I said, I'd like to keep this to like 45 minutes to an hour, but I have to do this anyways. And so going through, doing it with you guys, sort of having an idea of what's at the top of the auctions, and being able to sort of evaluate what things might be interesting to make content about this week. It's fun I didn't say everything I wanted to, but it was good for me to go through. I hope it was interesting for you. I would love feedback. More than that, I would love shares. I would love you letting people know that I'm doing this. And then, if you find if you ever find anything because I do this auction, let the auction house know. And I get people message me all the time, like, "Hey, Adam, I bought this thing. Thanks for letting me know about it." I'm always like, "Thanks for telling me. It would be better if you tell the auction houses." Because what enables me to continue to do this type of content is when the auction houses see that what I'm doing is valuable for them. People have this belief that my goal is to get things to sell for more money. It has never been that. It will never be that. My what I want to accomplish is to let people know that the auction is happening. And if I can let you know that it's happening and you go, "Oh, that is interesting. That's something I might not have known otherwise," please, please, please let the auction houses know that you appreciate that. It just takes a DM to them or an email or something like that. But yeah, I hope this was fun for me. I hope it was fun for you guys. I will be back next Monday to do this. Until next time, happy collecting.